This is WFYI News Now. It's May 21st, and I'm Abriana Herron. On today's show, how residents can get money from the state to help make their homes more energy efficient. Indiana collects about $51 million less in taxes last month than projected. And families who received credits for groceries through a federal program last summer won't get that help in 2025.
It really helped working families last year and helped those students who were home from school. It was 100% we would call an effective program.
Those stories coming up, but first. Team Penske has been rocked by a second cheating scandal in just over a year. The cars of Joseph Newgarden and Will Power were found to have illegal modifications and were disqualified from qualifying, meaning they will start at the back of the field. The incident has brought unwanted attention to the Indy 500 and scrutiny to the integrity of the Penske organization. Last year, Penske drivers had access to the push-to-pass system when they should not have been able to use the extra horsepower boost. Indiana residents can apply for money from the state to help make their home more energy efficient. Indiana Public Broadcasting's Rebecca Thiel reports the state opened up more than $180 million in home energy rebates for Hoosiers last week.
The rebates can be used for everything from air sealing and insulation to appliances like water heaters and electric stoves. The program is open to everyone, including homeowners, renters, and landlords. But how much of a discount you'll receive depends on your income, how many people you live with, and how much energy the upgrade is expected to save. Mark Kresowick is with the nonprofit American Council for an Energy-Efficient Economy.
These rebates are going to help people lower their energy costs, lower their bills, particularly in a moment when so many struggle to keep the lights on.
Though there's still funding for state energy efficiency rebates, House Republicans have threatened to cut federal energy efficiency tax credits. For Indiana Public Broadcasting, I'm Rebecca Thiel.
Indiana collected about $51 million less in taxes last month than even the recent, very pessimistic revenue forecast projected it would. Indiana Public Broadcasting's Brandon Smith reports on where that puts state finances with 2 months left in the fiscal year.
When a revenue forecast unveiled last month projected a $2 billion shortfall for the next state budget, it also dragged down revenue estimates for the current fiscal year. And Indiana fell nearly 2% short of those lowered expectations in April, driven primarily by corporate income taxes that missed the mark by $113 million. Corporate taxes have now failed to meet expectations 8 of this fiscal year's 10 months and 16 out of 22 months in the current budget cycle. Indiana is still expected to fall about $400 million short in the current budget, a gap the state is expected to fill by agencies returning unused dollars and by spending down budget reserves. For Indiana Public Broadcasting, I'm Brandon Smith at the State House.
And for our final story today, Indiana families who received credits for groceries through a federal food benefits program last summer won't get that help in 2025. From WFYI's Education Desk, Rachel Fredette reports on how the state failed to act in time, and now advocates are concerned.
Sunbucks is a nationwide effort to help low-income families buy groceries while school is out. Indiana signed up for the program and shared the benefit in the summer of 2024. More than 669,000 children were served. But state officials say they couldn't launch the program this summer due to missed planning deadlines. Anti-hunger advocates like Mark Lynch say the program reached families where they had the most need. Lynch is the advocacy director for No Kid Hungry.
It really helped working families last year and helped those students who were home from school. It was 100% we would call an effective program.
The state will participate in the federal summer food service program. It offers more than 1,000 sites statewide. I'm Rachel Fredette.
That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Drew Daudelin and Zach Bundy, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Our news director is Sarah Neal-Estes. Kendall Antron produced our music, and I'm your host, Abriana Herron. If you like today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to check in on our newsroom throughout the day. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow.